we present a named entity recognition and classification system for the language Malayalam that mainly uses probabilistic character-level features along with certain heuristic features like presence of a particular suffix, presence of name initials, etc. The language Malayalam being one of highly agglutinative languages which exhibits free word order, usual features like POS level context information becomes inefficient for named entity recognition. There is an evident phonemic variation between normal language words and named entities. The same variation exists between person names and locations. This variation can be exploited to extract named entities from a Malayalam text and classify them into location names and person names. Phonemic patterns in the annotated training data is learned using trie data structures. Here we consider the case of prefix trie used in name entity recognition phase. Frequency of a particular pattern in each of the competing classes is stored in the trie nodes. This information can be used to infer the probability of a word starting with a particular pattern to be in a particular class. A prefix trie captures the phonemic pattern of a word in forward direction. Suffix trie captures the phonemic pattern of a word in reverse direction. Probability of a particular pattern A1, A2, etc. up to An to be in a class C inferred from a trie is given by the equation 1. The probabilities from different tries are combined by the equation 2. This is added with threshold probabilities from different heuristic features in equation 3 to get the final probability to classify the string. We have a separate approach for extracting organization names. All words undergo phonemic changes when it is a part of organization names. For example, in the case of Kerala, Vyapara, Vyavasaya, Ekopana Samiti, Kerala becomes Kerala, Vyaparam becomes Vyapara, and Vyavasayam becomes Vyavasaya when it is a part of the organization name. The chunk of words in the text with a threshold length within which all words have a high chance to be a part of organization name are identified with their phonemic changes as a part of organization names. Combined co-occurrence of any two words in a reference corpus is summed up and used as a validating measure to recognize a string pattern as an organization name. For example, co-occurrence of Kerala, Vyapara, Vyapara Vyavasaya and Kerala Vyavasaya can give a clue to identify or validate the particular pattern identified as an organization name. The tokenizer will identify the individual lexical elements in the text. The output of the tokenizer is fed to a Sandhi splitter. The Sandhi splitter splits the compound words in the text to individual simple words. From the Sandhi splitter, the system takes two separate control flows, one to identify the person and location names and the other to identify the organization names. In the first flow, named entity identifier classifies named entities and normal words from the output of the Sandhi splitter. The output of the named entity identifier is fed to the named entity classifier, which classifies the extracted named entities into location and person names based on their phonemic patterns. In addition to that, certain heuristic features such as name initials, presence of particular suffix, etc. are made use for the classification purpose. In the second flow, from the Sandhi splitter, an organization name part identifier classifies the words with specific phonemic patterns to be a part of organization names from the other words. This information is combined with the information from the named entity identifier to extract the organization name patterns. A corpus of 10,000 words is used for the testing purpose. Here is the output of named entity identifier. Label 0 represents named entity and 1 represents normal word. First label represents the class predicted by the system and second label represents the class label expected.